Welcome back to the gun dungeon, guys. Today we got two pocket rockets we're going to be putting side by side here. We have the Bodyguard 2.0 and we have the Ruger LCP Max. These are the double stack variants that Ruger offers and Smith & Wesson offers to compete against each other. The Ruger LCP Max was the first to the market, and it had a few little quirks on its rollout. A couple issues. I think a lot of people have issues with this shooting pretty low. This one does shoot pretty low. This one, the front sight was pushed to the right when I first got it, but once I lined that front sight back up, it shoots pretty well to point of aim. Both of these are excellent firearms. Just want to go ahead and say that right out of the gate here. You're not going to go wrong with either one of these. This is simply just a preference. This is pretty close comparison between the two. Like I said, they're both reliable. They both are going to chug right along. They both shoot well. It's just a matter of what you want and how you shoot them. So the first thing I'm going to do here is we're going to throw some size comparisons up. I'm going to put them side by side here, let you take a little look. So I was wrong in my first assessment that I thought the Bodyguard 2.0 was going to be physically longer, but it's not. It's the exact same length. And when you look at it from this direction, line them up here in the rear, you got just a little bit of length on the Bodyguard on the slide, a little bit more sight radius, not a whole lot. But the barrels themselves, essentially the same. If I line up the back of the barrels, you'll see they're the exact same length. The slide's just a little bit longer on the Bodyguard. Weight, they're essentially the same when it comes to weight. This one does have a thumb safety. You can get it without. This one has no thumb safety on this one. You can get it with one. So you can get them in whatever flavor you want. 10 plus 1, 380. 10 plus 1, 380. Now, I'll say this. The grip texturing, the Bodyguard 2.0 definitely has a more grippy surface than the LCP Max does. And I'm telling you, it's still, I think it feels, the grip feels shorter. So you can see how my ring finger doesn't come, you know, I got like maybe 2/3 of my ring finger on that grip. How's that? They're the same height, but the front strap, that's it. If you line up the trigger guards, the undercut, now the grip looks longer, but it's shorter here. So you do have a little bit more grip with this, even though they're the same height. So that's a plus to the Bodyguard, in my opinion. Now, I didn't shoot a lot of B-roll footage for this particular video because I wanted to shoot them and talk through them as I shot them with you. So that's what I intend to do. I may cut just to load mags. Speaking of loading mags, both of these magazines, the Ruger mag and the Bodyguard, if you're going to shoot very much, you're going to need a mag loader, because these little suckers, stuffing 10 rounds in these little magazines, those little rounds to start, man, it's rough on the old thumbs. This is going to change whether you have a good day or a bad day at the range if you're shooting very much loading these mags. Get you a mag loader because they are stiff as a board, boys. All right, let's just shoot some of these plates here. I'll start with the Bodyguard. I got 10 rounds loaded in each mag of the LAX ammunition, just some standard full metal jacket stuff here. We'll start with the Bodyguard. Just run some plates, kind of medium fire, not super fast, not super slow. Took me a minute to get oriented to the sights, and then once I did, it's coming along pretty good. Let's try the LCP Max here. It's been a minute since I've shot this old girl. Same thing there. Took me a minute to get used to the sights and the trigger. Hadn't shot it in a while, so once I did, I just got to remember to hold a little bit high, especially if I'm shooting at the smaller targets, because this does shoot a little bit low. All right, now we got some of these good old lead, just bare lead hand loads here. See how those do. LCP Max. Not terrible, not terrible. Try the old Bodyguard here. Now, one thing that I'm noticing for sure, and that's shooting them back to back. That's probably the only way you'll be able to tell is shooting them back to back. But I can tell you this, going from this to this, when I switch from this one to the LCP Max, I'm nosedived. So the grip angle is definitely different. See if I can level the top of these slides and you can kind of see it there. See how this comes out more so than this? That's definitely, this is more of the LCP Max has more of a straight up and down grip angle than the Bodyguard. When I just came up, I was sights high. After I shot the LCP Max first, grabbed the Bodyguard when I first came up, I was definitely front sight high. And that was because I was holding basically the same grip as I had with the LCP Max. So that's something to keep in mind. LCP Max, more vertical grip angle. Bodyguard, more of a slanted grip angle. It's going to have a little bit higher front sight, kind of Glockish. If you don't like that, just letting you know it's kind of Glockish. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a reliability test because I'm shooting this Fiocchi. This is just standard 95 grain full metal jacket ammo, but I've had a lot of trouble with this stuff, and this is not a crap on Fiocchi, but my LCP Max did not like it whenever I first got this gun. It choked on it quite a bit. I switched ammo, ran it a lot, didn't have any problems with the other ammo, and now here we are, a lot of time later, a lot of rounds later, we're going to see if maybe the LCP Max can now run it, and then we're going to run it in the Bodyguard too. So we'll see if the LCP Max still doesn't like this ammunition and if the Bodyguard does. Let's go. I can tell by the way it kind of stuttered loading that round in the chamber, so we'll see. Ran them just fine, so no problems there. Let's see if the Bodyguard has any chokes with it. Nope. Run just fine too. Some of y'all watching that haven't seen my first LCP Max video are gonna be like, that was stupid. But if you ever saw that video, you'd see it choked on it quite a bit then. I keep talking about this little LCP Max shooting low. So I stuck some paper up here, paper target, and I'm just gonna aim center for the B, which is in the circle. I'll aim center, hold steady, do some slow fire, and shoot 5 rounds with the LCP Max, and then we'll do the same thing with the Bodyguard 2.0, see what we come up with. It didn't shoot low at all with that ammunition, so that's a good thing. Shot very well. Let's take a look. Not too shabby, not ground, no expert marksman by no means, but we got 3 inside the B zone there that I was aiming for. Shooting just a little left, that's probably me. But let's swap it out and see what it looks like with the Bodyguard. All right, got a new paper target up there, same exact distance, same exact ammunition. Almost looks like the same exact group. Maybe a little bit smaller group, but I mean 3 in the circle, 2 outside. Almost the exact same thing. All right, Bodyguard group, LCP Max group. You can see the Bodyguard group probably just a little bit better. And honestly, these groups are, this sums up the comparison between these two guns for me. They're both Very, very good for what they are. Pocket 380s. This one's just a little bit better for me. That sums it up. And we're in off of the range, getting ready to give both of these old girls a nice little bath with some gun lube here, some Slip 2000. Love that stuff. But really, like I said, they're very, very similar. They're both excellent options. Price point right now, you know, the LCP Max has been out for a little bit longer than the Bodyguard. The Bodyguard still 2.0 still has that newness when it comes to the market price. So it's going to be a little bit higher for the Bodyguard 2.0 as I'm making this video, but I would expect once they've been on the market long enough for everybody, all the new to wear off, as it has with the LCP Max, because the price on this is pretty reasonable now, they'll be about the same price, I would imagine, eventually. But as of right now, Bodyguard's going to be, anyway, I've seen anywhere from 60 to 80 to 100 bucks more than the LCP Max, depending on what version you get. All kinds of different versions of this out now. Did you hear that? That is one thing that aggravates the crap out of me about the LCP Max that this doesn't have. The Bodyguard doesn't have any of that rattle. Even if you take the mag out, no rattle. Take the mag out of this. Does it hurt function? Does it hurt anything? No, it's just annoying. And I know some people hate that. I don't like it, but it still works. Anyways, that's what I got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Until next time, guys, stay tuned.